Well, you may have heard of the term AAPI on the news in recent months. It stands for Asian American Pacific Islander. And this month, the country is celebrating the history and all of the achievements by Asian American Pacific Islanders.
Nevada's AAPI community is the fastest growing group in the state, and it's very diverse, ranging from ethnicities like Japanese to South Asian Indian. 13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen traces the rich diversity of the group and the origins of the term.
In many places all around the Las Vegas Valley, you can see the presence of the Asian American Pacific Islander or AAPI community. What many people may not know is how diverse the community is.
It's really important to keep in mind that Asians are not a monolith. We have very rich and different stories to share for the community.
The U.S. Census Bureau classifies Asians as anyone having origins from the Far East, Southeast Asia, or the Indian subcontinent. It's a region that includes hundreds of different nationalities and ethnicities.
The diversity spans all kinds of categories, right? So as you mentioned, the diversity in terms of, ethnic groups, right? Again, Filipino, Thai, Vietnamese. So there's that ethnic diversity.
UNLV Asian American Studies professor Mark Padungpat says Asian activists such as Yuji Ichioka in the late 1960s coined the term Asian American as a political statement into pushback on perceptions of being seen as perpetually foreign.
There was an underlying similar experience of being seen as foreign and unassimilable to American culture and society. And that the treatment was very similar, regardless of their ethnic background.
Asian Americans are often lumped together with Pacific Islanders, who include people with origins from Hawaii, Guam, Samoa, and other Pacific Islands. This began in the 1990s as a way to create pan-Pacific solidarity, but created debates over their political goals and whether it should be separate. Padungpat says the goals can be divergent.
Asian Americans have been fighting exclusion and pushing for inclusion into American society, visibility, a voice, a seat at the table, where Pacific Islanders, again, not just Native Hawaiians, but folks from Guam, Micronesia, Samoa, they're fighting for sovereignty.
He expects the community to evolve with their identity and begin to disaggregate into more individual groups with specific goals, but still creating allyship among different ethnicities.
We're going to fight for Vietnamese refugees because, they're the sort of hardest hit right now. We're going to fight for Micronesians because they're the hard. And I think we can do that alongside also seeing ourselves again as people of color in the United States as a broader category, as AAPI.
Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.
And all month long, we will have coverage of stories about our local AAPI community. So make sure to stick with us here on Channel 13 or visit our website, ktnve.com.